7 miles beneath the ocean's surface, the crushing weight of the water equals the mass of a massive iron skyscraper, creating a realm of eternal shadows. This is a world we were never meant to see. For decades, many believed the Mariana Trench was nothing more than a desolate and lifeless aquatic void.
As our modern technology finally pierces the darkness of the Challenger Deep, we are discovering that the abyss holds much more than just simple geological secrets. The deep ocean holds the echoes of our ancient past, the incredible resilience of alien life, and a very sobering reflection of our own human civilization.
What exactly is waiting for us at the bottom of the world? Join us as we descend into the most mysterious and hostile environment on Earth.
Here, among the silent ruins of tectonic plates, researchers are finding evidence of prehistoric biological cycles that have remained undisturbed for millions of consecutive years.
To understand the immense scale of our journey, we must first look toward the deepest scar on our planet, the formidable Mariana Trench. Stretching over 2,500 kilometers along the Pacific floor, this massive crescent-shaped depression is the result of a truly violent tectonic struggle. Here, the massive Pacific plate is being forced beneath the smaller Mariana plate, dragging the Earth's crust down into the burning mantle below.
At its most extreme point, a small, slot-shaped valley known as the Challenger Deep, the distance from the surface reaches approximately 10,000 meters.
To visualize this depth, imagine Mount Everest placed inside the trench. Its highest summit would still be over 2 kilometers beneath the crashing waves. This is the Hadal Zone, named appropriately after Hades, the Greek god of the underworld. It is a realm of absolute and eternal darkness. In this freezing environment, the hydrostatic pressure reaches over 1,000 times that of the surface, creating a world of extreme biological isolation.
This pressure is roughly equivalent to an elephant standing on your thumb for every single square inch of your entire physical body.
For centuries, this location was considered a biological and archaeological dead zone, a place where all human history was eventually crushed into silence.
But as we began to lower our lenses into this abyss, we realized that the Challenger Deep is not just a simple geological curiosity.
Instead, we have discovered that this deep trench is a vast repository of Earth's most resilient secrets, hidden far beyond our previous reach.
For most of human history, the deep ocean was a canvas for our nightmares, a place of terrifying sea monsters and bottomless dark voids.
It was not until 1875, during the landmark HMS Challenger expedition, that humanity first touched the silent bottom of this mysterious world. Using a simple weighted hemp rope, dedicated scientists recorded a depth of over 8,000 meters, officially discovering the famous Challenger Deep location. To the Victorian world, it remained an impossible frontier. The abyss was as distant and unreachable as the surface of the glowing moon.
Geologically, the Mariana Trench is a living, breathing entity. It is a vital part of the Ring of Fire, a zone of intense activity. This is not just a hole in the ocean floor. It is a massive recycling center for our entire planet's complex geological systems. As the plates grind together, they drag down seawater and organic matter, effectively trapping carbon and minerals for many millions of years.
This process creates a unique chemical environment. It is a world that defies the standard laws of biology seen on the surface above.
The civilization of this trench began with explorers. In 1960, Jacques Piccard and Don Walsh became the first humans to descend here. Inside the bathyscaphe Trieste, they peered through a thick window into a strange world of white silt and mysterious, flat-bodied marine creatures.
Their discovery shattered the scientific consensus of the time. Life did not just exist in the deep, it thrived in this hostile environment. This sparked a new era of Hadal exploration, turning the trench from a cartographic mystery into a valuable and biological treasure trove.
In the deep ocean, catastrophe takes on a different meaning. It is not always a sudden, violent event like an earthquake or a shipwreck. Often, it is a slow, silent infiltration. For millions of years, the Hadal Zone was protected by its own extreme hostility and high pressure. This was a natural fortress of cold that kept the surface world at bay. But as modern explorers returned, they discovered a tragic reality.
In 2019, during a record-breaking descent, explorer Victor Vescovo spotted something that simply should not exist nearly 11,000 meters beneath the ocean waves. Amidst the pristine alien landscape lay a plastic bag and candy wrappers. It was a haunting realization for the entire global scientific research community.
Even here, at the absolute furthest point from human civilization, our footprint arrived before we did. This is the modern catastrophe of the deep.
The disaster is more than just visible debris. Scientific analysis of endemic species, such as the Hirondelia gigas, revealed staggering levels of organic pollutants.
These toxic chemicals, banned decades ago in many countries, have sunk through the water column and concentrated heavily in the trench's silty floor. Because the trench acts as a terminal sink, these dangerous toxins have nowhere else to go. The geography has now created a toxic trap. This reality is now threatening a fragile ecosystem that we are only just beginning to understand through our latest deep-sea exploration and research efforts.
In the last decade, our ability to see into the abyss has undergone a massive technological revolution, changing how we view the deep ocean.
We no longer rely on grainy snapshots. Modern explorers, equipped with titanium-hulled submersibles, are finally mapping the Hadal frontier in truly stunning and vivid detail. What they are finding is a world that defies every biological expectation. Among the most startling modern discoveries is the elusive and ghostly Mariana snailfish. Living at depths of over 8,000 meters, it is the deepest living fish ever recorded by marine biologists in the history of ocean exploration. In an environment that would crush human bone like a thin glass bulb, this delicate, scaleless creature thrives through incredible and unique molecular evolution. But the discoveries are not limited to vertebrates. Scientists have also found xenophyophores, which are colossal, single-celled organisms that grow up to 10 centimeters wide.
These living fossils act as tiny skyscrapers on the sea floor. Nearby, supergiant amphipods grow to 20 times the size of their shallow water cousins above.
Using advanced multi-beam sonar mapping, we have also discovered 4 massive rock bridges that span the trench like giant, natural underwater stone viaducts. These geological features are vital clues to how the Earth's crust is recycled, proving that the deepest point on Earth is far more complex.
It is a dynamic, shifting landscape of mountains, bridges, and vast plains that we are only just beginning to identify and name in detail. In the traditional sense, there are no sunken temples or marble statues to be found at the very bottom of the dark Mariana Trench. The crushing pressure and acidic nature of the water would dissolve calcium carbonate, the building blocks of bone, long before they could ever be preserved. Yet, in the eyes of a marine archaeologist, the floor of the trench is a vast and undisturbed archive of our planet's long history. The seabed here is covered in a thick layer of Hadal ooze. This is a biological record spanning many millions of successful evolutionary years. It is composed of the silica-based remains of microscopic organisms. As they died, they drifted down toward the bottom like a slow, eternal snowfall.
By core sampling this sediment, scientists are uncovering a chemical timeline of our planet, finding clues to ancient climate shifts and even prehistoric volcanic eruptions.
But there is a new kind of archaeology emerging here. The trench has become a final resting place for the heavy debris of our age. Researchers have identified fragments of military equipment, early telecommunication lines, and even the metallic remnants of space debris resting in the cold, pressurized silence. Perhaps the most fascinating artifacts are the manganese nodules. These mineral deposits grow at an agonizingly slow rate of just a few millimeters every million years.
They are the clocks of the deep, recording the changing chemistry of the seawater over eons of time and vast geological shifts on Earth. To touch one of these stones, is to touch a piece of history that began long before the first humans ever walked the Earth. Despite our massive technological leaps, we have explored less than 5% of the Mariana Trench. It remains a place where our instruments often fail.
Perhaps the most haunting mystery is the Western Pacific biotwang, a complex metallic sound first recorded by autonomous gliders in the year 2014. Lasting only a few seconds, it sounds like something from a science fiction film. Scientists suspect a minke whale, but the origin remains a subject of debate.
Then, there is the biology of the unknown. Every time we send a camera down, we see something new, like ghostly eels or glowing neon jellyfish.
There are persistent reports of megafauna sightings, large, unidentified shadows that dwarf our submersibles. These sightings continue to challenge our current understanding of deep-sea survival. While science dismisses prehistoric survivors, the abyss certainly hides species of incredible size. There is also the mysterious presence of unique and diverse Hadal viruses. These viruses manipulate the genetic makeup of the bacteria they inhabit. They help their hosts process sulfur and methane in this extreme and oxygen-free environment. Could the key to the origins of life on Earth, or even on icy moons like Europa, be hidden in the chemical soup of this trench?
The deeper we go, the more we realize that the Mariana Trench is not a destination, but a doorway into the very heart of our planet. Each discovery answers one question only to pose 10 more. We are standing on the shore of a vast and very dark inner space. We are staring into a mirror that reflects both our planet's ancient, hidden past and its increasingly uncertain and fragile future in the modern age.